Hey, what's up? Ian from Powerhouse Miniatures. How you doing? This is a Warhammer 40k showcase video of Roboute Guilliman. So this is from the Gathering Storm Book 3, the Triumvirate of the Primarch box set that came out with the Gathering Storm Book 3. Roboute Guilliman. So in the box there was Grandmaster Voldus, Roboute Guilliman, and Cypher of the Fallen. These are some of the coolest that I've seen in quite a while. I did appreciate the other two. The Inquisitor Greyfax, from the first one, the Fall Acadia. The Triumvirate of... I forget what it's called, sorry. But Ballesterius Cowl. Or Call, what do you call him? Inquisitor Greyfax, and then the new Saint Celestine and the two little Germinae. They were all super badass. Now, the last one I quite enjoyed as well, like the Enaid one, where I've struggled to pronounce any of them. The Triumvirate of Enaid, like the Visarch, the Emissary of Enaid, and then the... of course, the Incarn, all them super cool. But these ones in particular, like I said in a previous video of Roboute Guilliman, that basically these have got the highest conversion potential. Like Grandmaster Voldus, for example, is just pretty much like a Grey Knight's Grandmaster with a Demon Hammer and a Storm Bolt. Like you could use him in a million different things, as well as this sort of like the part of this narrative and the part of the Gathering Storm, which is hopefully going to take us into sort of Warhammer 40k 8th edition. But Guilliman in particular, loads and loads of conversion potential. I did a golden one. I don't know which way I'll be uploading these, probably like at a similar sort of time, but I did a gold one. So if you wanted to put like a Custodes helmet on him, like I've seen some people doing, like if you heard of the Emperor's Path, check out his Facebook page, you put up a picture of it. Or if not, the Facebook group Evia Metal. I forget the dude's name, so sorry mate if you if for whatever chance you're listening to this, but basically it was just like a really simple conversion. You put a Custodes helmet on a gold painted Roboute Guilliman. It was awesome. It's like a Custodes character, like Valdor or something like that. So there's big potential in that. He's a massive miniature, so if I've got something to compare him to. So this is Grandmaster Voldus, for example. So Voldus is a 40mm base and, Space Marine height, like a Terminator height. So he's a good, 50-60 centimetre... 5 or 6 centimetres, not 50 or 60, you idiots. Yeah, really tall, really big, and then obviously like in proportion with himself sort of thing. I decided to do the helmeted version. The barehead one is pretty cool, really good for practicing. It reminded me of the Forge World 30k Primarchs, where basically it's the same sort of scale but it's bigger, so like 54mm scale heads. Good practice to to practice larger and smaller scales is always really good to try out new techniques and try and get things like just try and test new stuff out and that. So it's a similar sort of thing. But yeah, I went for the helmeted head. I've got one more with a bare head that I'm going to paint up and sell soon. God knows when. And again, I'm recording these and uploading them like in the future, so hopefully it'll be done by whenever you listen to this. But that is it. So the burning blade in particular, or the Emperor's sword. There was a Warhammer TV video by Duncan Rhodes, who is a bit of a legend, basically for his little videos and stuff. It is it's like a little tutorials thing. I'm sure you've heard of it. But he did a little tutorial on how to paint the sword, and it was really, really useful, and it came out really similar. So like Avalon Sunset, Bloodletter Glaze, Cassandora Yellow, stuff like that. And altogether, like, looks really cool. And then of course, like the red, yellow, orange contrasts really nice with the armour, like the golden and blue armour. So I'll give you a little spin of him. Nothing to report really, just looks really good. Airbrush underneath with Vallejo Magic Blue. Under Cantor Blue by Games Workshop, again the Citadel Air thing. And then Edge Highlight of Temple Guard Blue, a couple of shades. Like I did a black line, blue blazers, stuff like that. So I've got a Lazy Susan on order, like a smaller one. So I don't have to get my fingers in the shot so you can see him. But yeah, just super cool. So, points-wise, in the game as well, I've not got the rules on me. I might do a separate video on that, and if I'm honest, I probably won't. But you can check them out online. They come free with the box, so there'll be pictures of them online. 350 points. He's got 6s across the board. I can't speak. 6s across the board, apart from obviously weapon skill, ballistic skill, and leadership and a save, obviously like 2+ save. But he's got a load of cool rules. He's got one of them rules where if he dies on like a 4+, he'll come back the next turn. That sort of thing. So a load of cool different ones. And it wasn't as, I don't know, 350 is about right, I think. I think it's quite balanced. Like he's got a lot of cool stuff. The only downside that I can think of so far is that you can't get a transport. Don't think. And again, probably wrong. as per usual. So there you go. But pretty cool. So if you Google that, there's like I should imagine there's a few hundred pictures of the rules that you get. And his rules for 40k, and then Talons of the Emperor are getting a codex as well soon. So I know, well, that's not necessarily the latest, but there you go, bringing out some new stuff for them. That is pretty much it. So I'd say I don't have the rules on me at the minute, but they're really good, so definitely check them out. And in terms of like the leader of the Primarch, leader of the Ultramarines, we've seen Magnus, of course, and we've seen that huge Lord of Change kit. But this one in particular, just for who he is, it's like the Primarch of the Ultramarines, like the most iconic Space Marine chapter. It's probably, I said in a previous video as well, but it's probably the most exciting 40k release in a long time. I don't want to be dramatic and say it's been years, but I can't think of a more sort of a iconic or more pivotal miniature that they've released. I don't know. I can't think of the last one. I mean, the Forge World ones are always killing it, obviously, but for the Games Workshop, the plastics, I don't know the last couple of biggest ones. So super pleased, really fun to paint as well. Awesome, like I said, loads of conversion potential and stuff. Seen a few people making like emperors and things like that of him, which is perfect as well. And of course, if you read the books and stuff, there's a small chance he'll be coming, sort of taking that throne and all the rest of it. So. Yeah, so I've not read the book yet, but I put this guy up for sale on eBay and he's sold already, so that's awesome. Not to brag or anything like that, obviously, but I won't put the link up. And I'll have another one for sale shortly, and I'll do another video then. So that is it. As always, HD pictures on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Powerhouse Miniatures. Yeah, any comments, questions, all that sort of stuff, like and subscribe. That's always really helpful. Always really helps me out. So cheers for that. And that's your lot. So cheers for watching.